I wondered if the piece of land that you're designating for the transfer station, if the flatlands, wetlands have been flagged, because you can't do, they can't complete the survey until they have been, and I wondered if that's been accomplished. And secondly, they had a senior at Plymouth University doing a research senior project on a zero waste concept, and he was going to write a report and hopefully make some recommendations based on that. And I wondered if there's a draft report, is there a timeline? Can we get a presentation?
He gave a presentation, you missed it.
Where?
Here, the town hall. Yes, in May.
In May?
Yeah. And it was advertised also, and it was posted.
Minutes, I assume, or
I will check with Roland, and I assume that he's got a copy of the presentation, so the info's there.
Okay.
And he is also, for area businesses that have asked for his help, he's been going and designing zero waste plans. I know the Colonial Theater has one. It's been very good in that sense.
We still don't have separate trash cans, because I was at the concert last night, and there's one trash can, and that's for trash, cans, plastic, everything. So
I thought the
Raise the library at
Trans
down by the snack.
Yeah, that's one is storage, one is for recyclers.
Yeah. So where we have them on the sidewalks, we ought to have two, one for recyclables, one, yeah, but I'll certainly look at the report. But have the wetlands been flagged?
I think they are partially done. I'm not sure that they are completed, but I can check on that as
The
well.
plan was for April and May. They had Bodell, I believe, was going to do.
Yes, he was.
Because I know there were no meetings from January to about April. And they're waiting.
Because we're waiting on the flagging.
Right.
And at this point, I think the committee, according to the last meeting, is also exploring whether or not there would be cheaper and more economical means of disposing of Bethlehem's waste and that, and in terms of the recycling, and that's dependent on the recycling markets and, single stream as opposed to, lumping everything together. And one of the things that they're exploring is it might just be more cost effective for a couple days a week to pull in a couple trucks and have folks bring their waste right to those trucks. And the recycling happens all at the same time, and then the waste, and then it's trucked out to be processed.
Are you saying at the transfer station?
No.
Where?
No, it could be set up across the street. It could be just trucks. It's just trucks like come through town to pick up our recyclables and trash.
Trucks?
Yep, that's an option. And so they're looking at all kinds of different options, different cost factors to present to the town. Yep. And excuse me?
When would we expect the presentation, like on the transfer
I
station?
don't know. I don't know. It takes a lot of time. It's a lot of factors to consider.
Well, if that permit doesn't go through for the landfill, which, you're adamant that you don't want, we have less than 2 years to have a transfer station.
And the committee can have an emergency transfer station up and running in 3 days.
We've got plenty of time, we don't need an emergency one.
I'm just saying, if you have concerns, yes, we have plenty of time, but if you have concerns that, suddenly at the end of 2 years, we're gonna be stopped, that's just not true. And that's not so. The committee has thoroughly explored that option, and they can have an emergency transfer station up and running in this town in 3 days. They have already explored that. And you know what, the poster meetings, I have your email, Sandy, I'd be happy to email you when the next meetings are. And I believe that Roland has your email also.
Thank you. Anita, go ahead.
I just wanted to say very quickly, I know that it's pretty well known that I'm opposed to landfill, and it's because of the environmental health issues. And anybody can go on the internet and find out those things and see collapsed landfills. But I just want to thank Seth personally and publicly for all the time he puts into it, and for sitting and taking the harassment that he takes. It takes a lot of research to look into and find out the facts. And it seems like whenever he gets to something that shows proof that NCES hasn't been treating us fairly, a couple of board members get really upset. And I think that's unfortunate, because he's not pulling things out of the hat just as Rita did. They're doing a lot of research. I've done tons of research over the years. And I just, I think it's really too bad that he gets that. It's not fair.
Thank you for your input. Go ahead.
I'm not necessarily in the spirit of I'd like to add a little fuel to the fire about this asbestos and all this other stuff that's in the landfill. When I was working, we'd go to a lot of jobs, houses for heating equipment. There would be a lot of asbestos, either a meal cover, asbestos meal cover boiler or asbestos insulation. Contractor would tell the homeowner, can't do a thing until the asbestos is gone. Homeowner would say, don't worry about it, I'll take care of it. They didn't hire a professional because that's about $2,500 at the entry level. So you go back in a week and the asbestos is gone. Doesn't matter what town you're in, it went into a bag, it went into a transfer station that went on up to Bethlehem. There's probably more asbestos in that dump put in there that way than it ever came out of the Grand View Hotel. Not that I'm for or against Grand View, getting the crappy that just wasn't deserved, but maybe a little less. But I've been told over the years, transfer station, whatever you put in one of those Bethlehem bags goes. Well, you could put paint cans, you could put, who knows, anthrax, whatever you got on your shelf, you put in that bag and it goes in the landfill. So, I don't think I get too excited about what Grand View did put in there and where it is, because I think the asbestos is all through the dump.
Thank you. Chief,
The chase camps for the old buildings up here on the block called the elementary school, they've been abandoned for many years. Every year we respond there and apprehend or investigate kids that go in there without permission. Typically the kids go in there and smoke cigarettes, they smoke pot, they do other things that kids do. They also light fires on the floor. Now the building has major leaks, the ceilings are falling in, the roofs are falling in. And for years the town has been boarding up the rear entrance, and for years the kids are unboarding it, and for years the select board has been talking about destroying the building, securing it. Or I think as recently as last year, they were talking about selling it for $1 to somebody that was going to tear the building down. But in any case, the issue continues to arise every year, and should the building catch on fire, we're going to have a very big problem on our hands. Dick Colby's been kind enough to keep track of this probably more than anybody else in town, and has donated his time to securing the rear windows and doors. And I just want to bring it to the town's attention that this is a major hazard, and somebody could get killed. And certainly the neighbors could be damaged, and including the school being shut down for a period of time.
I believe there's a purchase and sales agreement that's signed.
It's sold. But I will certainly email the current owner and let them know that there is an issue that needs to be addressed.
Probably an issue for the building inspector then as well. It's been sold, that's good, but it's all right.
Yep. Agreed. Actually, while we're on this, the old Baker Brook, I noticed one of the buildings has an open doorway, and I'm pretty sure the kids are down there doing things that kids do. And we should probably ask Stan to contact the current owner and have him board up that entrance, because that's also a danger. And if you're driving into town, I'm sure you've all seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Who's the liaison to Stan? Okay, thank you. Thank you.
good. Steve.
I think anybody that has a home that has siding on it, that was put on maybe 30, 40 years ago, has asbestos right in their own home. I know when we had our siding, house siding redone last year, the contractor took it off and it was loaded with asbestos, the old stuff. They contracted with the landfill, who came up with a special container. We had to pay about $3,000 to have it specially disposed of. But I'm just saying, and it was done that way. But if you've got an old home, you've got asbestos. And I know that Andrea and Sam North, right behind them, have asbestos from the old Maplewood dump. The state can tell you that. Because any of the old hotel dumps, and there are a lot of this town. You have your roofing, mills that have asbestos, you have siding, you have stuff inside, that we did dump. So you got asbestos all around you. Don't just worry about the landfill. It's right in your own backyard.
Two people had their hand up, Mr. Jensen and Mr. Roby. So, Mr. Jensen, you want to speak?
Rich, I just wanted to say I'm kind of surprised and disappointed that you suggested what was basically a policy of censoring individual letters from other board members. On the other hand, the good news is that your fellow board members didn't take you up on it, but it is disappointing that you didn't even come up with something like that.
Great, thank you.